Hello, so this video is just going to be me essentially ranking on a tier list, class 1A, based on development or how much I just like the characters. So pretty simple on board, so I just wanted to make a nice little video. So starting off with Kaminari. Kaminari is one that doesn't have too much development necessarily, but he does have some cool moments, such as in the war arc. He has that moment where he steps up as he is in the front lines because of his quirk, and he kind of stops or cancels out that other electricity user's quirk by absorbing it. So he has cool moments, or cool moments enough for him to be like a B tier character, in my opinion. Next up is one that I personally like a lot, Red Riot Kirishima. He's had a lot of cool development throughout the entire story when it comes to being friends with Bakugo and Bakugo grabbing his hand and all, as well as his fight in the overhaul arc and fighting Gigantomachia with Mina Ashido in the war arc. So I do like him a lot, and I think he has a lot of cool development. So S tier for him. Next up is Tokoyami, the Edgelord, and I love his quirk, Dark Shadow. I just find it really cool. And he also, like Kirishima, has a decent amount of moments. Not too many, but I also like his relationship with Hawks and how that's been building recently. So I'd put him as an A tier character for sure. Sero is one of those characters where it's like, I just don't have much to say. He doesn't have much of a personality and doesn't actually do too much in the story. He appears every now and then and has a moment, but it hasn't been anything notable. So as for Deku, I know a lot of people really hate him as a main character and say he's like the worst shonen protagonist. I don't find this to be the case, but I don't find him to be anything outstanding necessarily. He's cool enough and I like him enough. He's just kind of he's there, like broccoli. It's an okay vegetable. So that's it for Deku. Now on to Bakugo. I'm just gonna put him right in S tier next to his friend Kirishima. His development throughout the story, particularly with Deku and other people, has been really great, especially very recently in the manga, which I don't know if I'll mention just in case of spoilers, but it's been really beautifully done. And yeah, I think he's easily an S tier character because of this. I don't think many people would argue with that. And yeah, he is unlikable at first, but that is the point, and he does develop. So I like Bakugo a lot now as a hero. Next is Jiro, and much like her boyfriend, I guess, Kaminari, I just instantly say B tier. We don't get too much, but we do get a little bit here and there. She had a cool moment in the most recent manga arc with Tokoyami as well, and she actually like loses an ear. Spoiler, but she's okay. She's alive for now. So yeah, that's it for Jiro. On to Koda, he's just one of those characters that is there an F tier? There's not an F tier. If there was an F tier, would go in F tier. Just doesn't really do anything. We get boring small moments. And while we're here, I'll also put tail guy's name, who I'm forgetting. It says it there, but it's really small. I always forget his name, just like the story seems to forget he exists. He has the most boring quirk, I'd say, and he's just a boring character. We don't get much personality from him. Next is Shoji, and I'd say he's more of a Sero level character, where we do get some cool moments, like in the Forest training camp arc, where he does do things and we see his character interactions. We know he's insecure about having to wear a mask and everything, and I do like him well enough compared to some others. So yeah, C tier like Sero. Next is Mina Ashido, and I know a lot of people like her a lot, and she does have pretty cool personality. I'm debating between like B and C tier. I'll say B tier because she is very likable, even though we don't get too much development necessarily with her. It's usually linked to Kirishima and their backstory, but it is there sometimes. And next is Mineta. Mineta just needs to. I don't even know. I need a worse tier than D for him. I just find him really annoying. I understand his point in the class. He's like a perv, but that's pretty much all there is to that. I don't really like the trope too much. Yaoyorozu is cool. I'd also say B tier. We get a decent amount of development with her throughout the series, and she's actually, aside from Todoroki, the only one to just get in on recommendation, I believe, into Class 1A and into UA as a school. So yeah, I do like her a lot. I feel like she's developed well, and that's pretty much all I have to say about her. Oh yeah, we also get to see some really cool moments in the last war arc where she is like a leader on one of the battlefields that Kirishima and Ashido are on. So I do like that a lot. Next is Ochako, and honestly, I really don't. I feel like the story doesn't really know what to do with her. She's a love interest of Deku, and she's cute. She had a really cool fight against Bakugo where she just, tries her all, and that was really beautifully done. But outside of that, I don't know where to put Ochako. I don't dislike her, but I feel like she's almost less than the characters in B tier. So I'll put her in C tier. Next is Sugar Rush Guy, D tier. We don't get much with him. What else can I say? Todoroki, I'd say maybe not S tier. I'd say A tier with Todoroki. He is a very cool character and his backstory is interesting, but I almost find everything surrounding his backstory more interesting than him himself. Like Dobby's more interesting than him, Endeavor's more interesting. I just prefer everything around him, and I have to go take the bell real quick. Yeah, I feel like he's not even the main character in his own like family in a sense. It sounds bad, but not in a bad way necessarily. He has suffered through a lot, but I feel like he's just more so there reacting to the other people and what happened with them. Next is Tenya Ida, and he's just straight to B tier, maybe C, a little more than C tier, I'd say. He's okay. He has cool moments in the Stain arc with his brother and wanting to avenge that, and now becoming the hero that he is. And we just don't get too much necessarily. We see him saving Deku, but I'm not the biggest fan of that arc. But the moment is cool enough. Hogakure, I mean, she kind of helped find out that Aoyama was the traitor, but I feel like she doesn't do anything else, so I'm just gonna put her in D tier. Suyu, she's cute enough, like C tier. Again, the story doesn't seem to know what to do with her too often, but she does have cool moments here and there. And finally is the class trader. Ironic that he's last. And I'm one of the people, or one of the many people, I feel like, who didn't really like the trader reveal, how it happened. And I feel like it was just disappointing. But I don't hate Aoyama as a character. He is funny enough, and I like his presence in the class. And I'd probably give him C tier. So yeah, that's it. That went by faster than I thought. I'm going to edit this. Please subscribe if you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more tier list content, please comment below, and I will see you in the next one.